This is the future of electric cars according to Lexus. It's called the LF-30 and it debuted at the 2019 Tokyo Motor Show, and it's here for the first time in the flesh in Australia. Now look, this is by no means a production car, but it's certainly a blueprint for what electric cars could look like in the future from Lexus. Plus it's got plenty of very cool tech inside, so let's take a closer look. The launch of the LF-30 concept in Tokyo was quickly followed by the announcement of Lexus's first ever pure electric production car, the UX300e, which is headed for Australia in 2021. A compact SUV, the UX300e boasts a 54.3 kilowatt-hour lithium-ion battery pack and an electric motor capable of 150 kilowatts and 300 newton meters, with up to 400 kilometers of range. By comparison, the LF-30 we're looking at here has 4 in-wheel electric motors, and they make for even more impressive outputs of 400 kilowatts and 700 newton meters, with a 0 to 100 kilometer per hour acceleration time of just 3.8 seconds and a range of up to 500 kilometers. By now we're all pretty familiar with Lexus's hybrid cars, given they've been on sale in Australia since 2006. But this fully electric concept car is a different species entirely, starting with how it looks. Now, obviously, without the need for a traditional petrol engine under the bonnet, you've got a lot more room to play with, and this is over 5 meters long. It's also got a much bigger front windshield and a giant digitized version of Lexus's trademark spindle grille. This is a continuous piece of glass from front to rear. You can also tint the side windows depending on whether you want more or less privacy. And finally, the car actually changes color depending on whether it's being driven normally or autonomously. The LF-30 can operate in front, rear or all-wheel drive and is capable of full autonomous driving, including the ability to park itself and be summoned to collect you from your front door. Now in the front seat of the LF-30, the steering wheel has actually been replaced by a controller because of course this car can drive itself, so it feels more like you're playing a video game than actually driving a real car. And in fact, this isn't really a front seat at all, it's more of a cockpit. You can control this screen via gestures alone, and artificial intelligence can actually tell the difference between the voices of the different occupants in the car. The passenger also gets a really fun, giant digital display in front of them too, and on top of that, you've got noise cancellation in the headrest just in case life gets, all too much for you. The car's cockpit is actually based on the relationship between a horse and its rider, using a single rein to control the entire interface. A steering-by-wire setup allows for what Lexus claims is a more dynamic driving experience, while the entire cockpit has been set up so the driver can control every single setting without taking their eyes off the road. Now getting into the LF-30 looks a little bit different from other cars, and opening this door is a workout in itself. Nice and easy once it's up though. Now it's possible the back seat of the LF-30 is even cooler than the front seat, which you don't see very often these days. For starters, these roomy seats can actually mold to the body type of the specific occupant. They can recline, they can relax you, they can alert you, and on top of that you've got this huge screen on the roof which can display navigation and play videos or turn into a night sky if you like it to. It's all controlled by these little hockey puck looking things, which once you place them on here, they're the control center for the entire back seat. Wing-shaped taillights punctuate the car's rear end, while the insides of the massive gull-wing doors have been trimmed with recycled metals in a nod to the future of sustainability. The Lexus LF-30 also comes with an airporter drone support vehicle, which can carry your bags from the front door to the boot. This might look like something out of a sci-fi movie, but Lexus is planning to have an electrified version of all of its models available by 2025, including the incoming UX300e, which is landing in Australia in 2021. So, needless to say, it might not actually be that long until you see something like this next to you at the traffic lights.